Hello, my classmates. Today I am going to be teaching you about PHP switch control structure, which for many of you is going to look a lot like we learned in our other coding classes. So I am pretty excited about teaching you about this. So this is the switch statement. The basic idea is that it performs different actions based on different conditions. So it's used when the choice of a block of code is based on the value of a single variable. So the code at the first matching case is executed. So as you can see here, we have the syntax and we have the variable, which is here, and then the value of the variable will be in the cases. So as soon as the program sees the value that matches the value of your variable that you've already stated in your code, or assigned to your variable, I should say, then it will execute that block of code that's underneath the case there. And it's really, really essential to use the break when you're doing these, because if you don't, then it will just find the match and then it'll just execute all of the following code after the match that it makes in the case. Does that make sense? So let me show you an example. So here we have a little program that I created called leg count. And this is a really interesting thing I found out about PHP, because if you're a brand new beginner like I am, I had no idea what all these dollar signs were all about. Well, in PHP, the dollar sign is assigning a variable. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe I'm the only one that didn't know that. Anyways, so here we have the variable leg count is assigned a value of 8. And then we have our switch block right here, or our switch statements. And this one, you know, the case number 1, if it matches 1, is going to be a snail. Number 2, you're a chicken. And on until you reach the default, which I don't know if I explained that very well, but the default is if there's no match, then it automatically goes to the default. So here I have that the leg count is at 8, so we'll try this really quickly and let me show you what that looks like. So here I have just a really quick, no CSS, you are a spider, and there's an image that comes up. And if you want, we can go back and try a different value here. Let's try a 6 and see what that gives us. So we're going to go back over here and refresh. And you are an ant. So it's going to go to the first matching one. And I'll show you what the default does here. If you put something, see I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if we put 3, since there is no 3, then it's not going to match any of my case values here. So let me show you what that looks like. Is it's going to pull out this this default here really quickly. You must be an alien. So that's the idea. I think I have a couple of other, here's another program called Room Switch. I want to emphasize that I just have one little statement being printed out to the screen here, but you can do a whole block of code in here. You can put a big old thing that needs to be calculated. You can have a whole series of statements that will execute until the program gets to the break. You could have it display some tabular data, whatever. You can have a bunch of code here. So I just want to really emphasize that. So this one is basically, you know, it will output a program based on what room number you're in. This one has a 3, so it's going to tell you your teacher's name and what your subject is that your class is. So we can go look at that really quick. So your teacher is Mr. Bigsby, your class is history. So that's the idea there. I'll show you one more example, the weather program. And here I want to show you that your value on your variable can be a string too. So this is kind of nice that you can, as long as it's the exact, and I think it's case sensitive as well, as long as it's the exact spelling, you're going to be able to match those things as well. And again, if you don't have the exact match, then it's going to go to the default here. Let me see if there was anything else. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Hopefully I covered everything that you guys would ever want to know about switch statements. So I think that's the end of my presentation, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.